This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog has just added Pick'em Scorchers, where you can win 100 times your investment. That's right, turn $5 into 500 in one game. Pick every Sunday. They're giving away $100,000. All you have to do is enter a lineup, and you're in the drawing for $100,000. 10 people win 10K. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Last-minute ticket deals. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CFBX, different code, CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And finally, we're brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, sports betting research platform for parlays, props, game lines. Download the HOF Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. All right. Zozo Championship. My best friend, Brian Kirschner.
Besties, best
here
friends,
to talk
just hanging.
solely Japanese golfers.
Let's
do it. Let's do it. How are you doing tonight, Brian?
I'm good. I was excited for the football game. Placed a decent sized wager on the LA Chargers. Thought we were going to be in for a banger after those first two drives, and it's just completely gone sideways. The game has not been entertaining, unfortunately, but the Chargers haven't, completely lost the game yet, so I'm happy. I guess they can still cover.
But yeah, what was your thoughts on taking the Chargers? How did your process go?
So there's a lot that goes into my NFL process on a weekly basis. I usually like betting teams after a bad primetime loss, which would have been the Cowboys. But I think the Cowboys just kind of lost something after Diggs left, and they just haven't really impressed me against any decent team this year. And the Chargers are more fun to root for. So I bet $100 on them. Like, I'm trying to chip away at some debt, not debt, but like I just trying to bet a little bit. Like, I'm just trying to
you gotta have
myself.
a sweat. I had a bad beat on that Josh Palmer first touchdown. That actually,
but
Joshy P.
But
what?
Process. The process was processing on that. Like, that was right there. You were right there. And, sometimes you get hit with a flag. I had a horrible beat on the first touchdown last night. Latavius Murray. That was a rough one. I'm just looking
overwhelming thoughts on the Bills too. Like, how I know you're a stable Bills
fan.
They're
literally terrible.
Horrible. Okay.
They're literally terrible. Like, they've been the most overrated NFL team the past 3 years.
Bold. That's a bold take. You don't think they have any chance? No chance.
They could win one playoff game.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Before we get into the Shriners, Zozo, let's talk a little bit about the Shriners. Like, what was your thoughts on Tom Kim going back to back? Obviously didn't have the Thursday, Friday he wanted. Then he's charged on Saturday and took care of business on Sunday. I heard that no one could win back to back. It was impossible.
No, you can't win.
Did it?
You cannot win back to back. No, honestly, like the fall swing, I know it's kind of a small sample size, but I feel like more and more just the class of the field usually wins. Like, we've had two basically favorites out of 3 events win, and there was no one good at the Sanderson. Like, there was no like class to win. The best player in the field lost in the playoff. So that was the most wide open event, and you actually got a wide open winner. But I thought it was a really impressive win. Like, I think
it was.
Like, Tom definitely, he wasn't playing for anything. Like, he was playing for money, but he's in everything he could possibly want to be in. And he went to defend, and he was probably the best player in the field, which is tough because we don't usually think of Tom Kim as ever being the best player in the field. And he went out and just fired a low Saturday round like he did last year. And was pretty good down the stretch, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy that no one's really touched on. There's literally, you cannot watch golf on the weekend. Like, there's nowhere to watch it. It comes on for 3 hours at like 5 to 8 or whatever. And like, there's no PGA Tour live. Like, usually they have those few featured groups on the weekend, like going out, but like, that's just non-existent. Obviously they're competing with football, but it'd be nice to like turn on some golf on like one of your 4 TVs that we all have. So
it's
a shame.
I'm like, the fall swing is just a full Bet 365 for me. Like, I'm just on Bet 365 all day. tracking everything. And like, I don't even like watching the broadcast because I'm so used to Bet365 that like I know what happens before it even shows on TV. That is just kind of tough. It's whatever. I would like the PGA Tour Live on the weekend though.
Yeah, the Thursday and Friday mornings are fine. Like they're just doing their thing. Obviously, there's nothing beats the main feed. The PGA Tour Live main feed is one of the
Yeah,
greatest things like
I agree.
in the
Yeah.
21st century. Like it's truly a remarkable feat. But weekend no golf, whatever. We got one more week. This is fun because we get those 3 a.m. sweats. If you're out with your boys this
Yes.
weekend, stay out. Don't go home at 1:30. Stay out that extra hour. Sweat your outrights. I remember last year vividly, you and I both had Keegan 35-1. I think it was around there. Texting all night. Yo, what's Stringali doing? What's Stringali? Let's go, Keegan. And then we just great night. Can we do it
Yeah,
again this year?
there's no even shot tracker either.
Yes, but it's the stream. It's on. Like it's on at night.
Yeah. Yeah,
Live.
no, I vivid like one of the most vivid golf sweats ever. Like my friend had like an open bar and I was like drinking all night. And like Keegan was like up like 2 strokes the whole night. And I just kept showing everyone in the bar. Like I was like, yo, I got this ticket to win like this much. Like he's got a 2-shot lead. He's like minus 180 right now. And then it like got it like went south. He like made a bogey and then like shanked a bunker shot and Putnam was charging. And then I got home.
Shot.
And then I got home and he was on 17, which was like a 500-yard par 4, like perfect Keegan hole, like driver 327 iron, like 180, like below the hole, like little right to lefter, hits it in the center, big fist bump. I was like, holy shit, like we did it. Yeah, I enjoyed this event. No, it was. And Keegan's like our guy, obviously. But yeah, my ROI betting the Zozo the last 2 here is like 800%. I hit the
you had Decky too?
I
Me
had
too.
Decky. So yeah, I mean my ROI at this event is off the charts. It's like unmatched, truly.
And yeah, and just so you guys know, this is a pseudo TIB. So we're gonna cover it all.
No tip this week. A lot of people reaching out. What's going on with Tib? We're just going through some adjustments in the off season.
New intern.
Like we're just trying to. New intern. We're just working out some things because like we're gonna come out bold in the 2024 PGA Tour season. But honestly, I've just had a bunch of like work obligations and on Tuesdays, and I just haven't been able to do it. And like, I need, like I just, it's tough.
No beef.
I don't have a lot to say about golf, like the
right
PGA Tour, like that I need to like do a pod every week. Like I honestly was gonna text you to do TIB tonight, but then you texted me and I was like, okay, good, because I actually kind of want to talk about this event.
All right, so let's get into the Zozo. We will start with the top of the board, top of the DraftKings pool, whatever you want to call it. Xander Schauffele makes his debut of this fall swing, followed by Colin, Sungjae, and Ricky to round out that 10K range, we'll call it. So what's your overwhelming thoughts on the top of the field? Do they have a chance? It's simply a black and white. Does this top of the board have a chance this week?
I think I already showed you my model this week, if I'm not mistaken, and I had all of my thoughts about them. Honestly, 10K range, to be honest, the only person that I think has a chance to win is Xander, and I'm not like super high on him as well. Like I truly think Colin will not win this week, like guaranteed. He has no chance. There's just been a trillion times over the past 2 years that he's gone to a perfect course for him and he just hasn't shown up. So I'm out on Colin. Sungjae, like he just doesn't win at all ever, and he's usually not in contention on Sunday. And
especially at like these odds, he's blacklisted for me 30-1 and below. Like I just not doing
it. I really just struggle with the idea of him winning a PGA Tour event. Obviously, he could. I just don't think he's worth it at this price, especially like at like 16-1. He just does. He's just not in it on Sundays enough for me, and he just doesn't really win. And Ricky, I think I don't even
still
think it's
sick. I'm hearing.
I don't think it's like a hot take, but like he might suck again. He probably does suck again.
I mean, this was his coming out party. Like
it was
good vibe.
He probably should have won, to be honest.
Yeah, he was making that charge. I mean, I don't obviously these are the best golfers in this field, but I'm kind of taking a stand against guys who haven't played yet. So I think
Okay.
that's a real well, I mean, Tom Kim didn't really play much and he went out and won it against because he was the class of the field. And
Yeah.
if that trend that you were saying, the cream rises to the top, and this is a no-cut event, the Xander specialty where he just rises to the top, and they will. One of these guys, if they're not there from point A to the finish, they will make a legit charge on Sunday. That's just how it works. It's just a matter of who you're picking. So we gotta narrow it down to one of these guys. Who's our consensus? You're out on Colin completely.
Like
That's just
10K and
cross.
above.
Well, yeah, we'll just cross because we'll pick one of these guys for the people.
The
We're
person
crossing
I
off
like
Colin.
most 10K and above is Xander, but
Okay.
I
No, I
don't
agree.
think he's like a lock by any means. Like I don't think a favorite wins this week.
Yeah, I agree with you. If I had to pick one of these guys, I'm also going with Xander because he's just such a no matter if he gets out to a hot start, fine, he'll be there. If he gets out to a slow start, he'll backdoor it. So that's just Xander. I'm down with it. He was number one in my model, just a Vic lap right there. And yeah, we'll move down. We'll move down to the next, I guess, the B range, the 9K range. Decky, Cam Davis, Adam Scott, Keegs, Minwoo, and Thiegs. This is a range where I think 95% of the betting cards will come from. It's just going to be some combination of these few names. All have similar win equity, I'd say. I think I really like. I mean, you like Cam Davis. I don't know. I think I like Minwoo. Minwoo or Cam Davis.
I don't like Minwoo, and I think that you like make the jokes. He's a terrible iron player, and I
A
genuinely
true
feel like
horrible.
this is one of the worst courses for that. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, he can't win the Sanderson or the Shriners or something, or like the Fortinet, but I feel like just excellent iron players have won this event, and I feel like it's a different type of golf, and especially with these long irons, Minwoo is definitely the
That's
worst
Min.
iron player of
If
all of these guys, and I just don't like him. I don't think Minwoo's going to win. I think he really busted his load last week. I'm fading Minwoo, actually.
Yeah, that field that he won in, for the people that don't know, he won at 22 under in an Asian Tour event. Literally, like not one golfer. Like the only when I was scrolling through leaderboards, I recognized Turk Pettit at 2 under, who played like a few PGA Tour events as like an AM and then went to live and just fell off the face of the earth. Like there was not one guy that was in that field that anyone knew. Like I don't know why he played that. It was like a warm up to get in Europe, but the thing about Minwoo is he's generally really, really good off the tee, generally really good on and around the greens. It's not a coin flip, but if he can pop with his irons, and this isn't a crazy field, this isn't a course where we need him to go 23 under and just stuff every iron shot. His best irons are his long irons, and his scrambling comes into play at a course where 13 to 15 under can definitely win. That and like I do make the joke, he is a horrific iron player, and that's not going to work on 90% of golf courses. But I kind of disagree. I think it can work here when guys are hitting long irons and guys will miss more greens. So he's good with the long irons. He's good around the greens. I think I'm buying the Minwoo
Yeah.
thing. And then so talk to me about Cam Davis because we both kind
Yeah,
of
I mean, I've been betting him.
same.
I feel like I owe it to him to go again, but he's a really good long iron player. His long irons have been pretty hot. He doesn't make a zillion bogeys. He's obviously great off the tee, and he's honestly good on shorter courses. He honestly like does a lot of good work on like shorter courses. He's a good bent putter. He's been putting well. But I just trust his iron game a little bit more than Minwoo. But at the same time, it's not like, oh, he's been top fiving every week, he's gonna win. I don't think he's like absolutely gonna win this fall swing or something. I just feel like I want to ride it out just a little bit more. But I'm not. He would be the only person I would really bet in this range. I might just go down the board. But if I do bet anyone under like 30, it would definitely be Cam Davis.
Yeah, I'm going with strokes gained circadian rhythm for Cam Davis because he
Yeah.
lives in Seattle, basically in Japan. He lives the furthest west out of anyone in
Yeah.
this field, besides the Japanese golfers, and obviously those guys you can just throw them out.
Yeah.
So That's the only stat you need for Cam Davis. And he's just playing great golf, which is a bonus. Even if he wasn't playing good golf, strokes gain, circadian rhythm, I'm down with Cam Davis. I've been betting him too. I bet him 2 out of the I bet him last week, and I think that was it. But
You
especially in
didn't
the end of
have
this
him at you didn't have him at the
Fortnite.
Fortnite. No,
No, yeah,
okay.
just last week I had him, and I bet him a lot the end of the the end of the last season. So I think I'm just gonna keep doing that. I don't know if I love the betting number because, like we
Are
talked
you gonna bet
earlier,
Minwoo?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm definitely considering like one of those
Like,
two
are you
guys.
like Cam or Minwoo or
No, I haven't. I haven't gotten that far yet. But they're
okay,
just I'm something to victory lap. I've said it,
okay,
so I
okay.
can fall back on that take. So rounding out this range, Feig's no shot. I know you don't like Feig.
Yeah, his a horrible course fit.
Yeah, no, I'm down. If he can gain 11 shots around the green again,
I don't
sure.
even think. I just don't think this is the event you like win with a short game and putter.
I totally agree with you. And
Like
then
3 events is a big enough sample size.
we have to definitely bring up last year, Adam Scott being in Japan at the time of this event, but not
Dude,
playing this
who could
event.
forget?
Who could forget the
Who
Instagram
could
post?
forget that?
Let's talk about it. He had a perm and everything. Talk about
Yeah,
Adam Scott. Good course fit, I think.
I don't really know if Adam Scott's like good at golf anymore. He was pretty high up on my one-time major champions, but I don't even know what he's
Everyone
like
knows about that
done
list.
ever. Like I don't
President's Cup
know.
year, though. President's Cup year.
Yeah, honestly, Tom Kim, I'm not gonna lie, Tom Kim winning was bad for the
narratives.
everything. He really didn't check one because he's on the President's Cup team. Yeah. So that's tough. I that's a reverse Vic lap for us.
Okay. Oh no, okay.
Like you can't Vic lap everything. Like sometimes you have to do a reverse Vic lap, and Tom Kim winning last week was a didn't fit any trend.
Okay, so I think 9K range, we're both pretty square on Cam Davis. Talking about DFS for a second, I don't know. He's checking a lot of boxes. He's trendy right now, but at 9,500, do we think people will play him? It's like, I mean, I know he was in the 10K range last week, but this is, I guess, a little bit of a better field. I don't know.
No, I think people will play Minwoo at 91.
Okay.
I think
I agree with
easier
you.
to go like Xander Minwoo.
Okay, let's hop down to the next tier of golfers. From Eric Cole down to Alex Noren. We got Thomas Dietrich in there, Nikolai Horgard, Griot, Hostler, Norman, Keith Mitchell, and Adam Svensson. Also Aaron Rye. Okay, this is definitely a range where 50 to 100, 100 to 1 golfers, guys that will be on betting cards, some popular names in this range. I kind of like Thomas Dietrich from the top. He's really good on tree line golf courses. That's kind of where he's made his hay.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. Yeah. So, and he's got the narrative around him that like he can't win, so people won't play him. 8,800. He has top. Yeah, I mean he has top 5 ceiling. This is a DFS podcast. I'm down for Thomas Dietrich.
Okay, I know you like Dietrich. Like you're definitely a Dietrich stan. You can always talk yourself into Dietrich. I don't have any opposition to him. I'm out on Dietz. I really like Shank. I think Shank has a really good chance to win this week. I think Colonial is, not a direct comp, but Colonial and Valspar were his 2 best chances to win. They were more difficult scoring events. They were tighter courses that ball strikers kind of pop at. So I think this is better. I think Shriners, it was just everyone was excited to bet him again now that he's back. But I think this is actually a better spot for Adam Shank. I like the places he played well this year on the PGA Tour, and he's played here before, which I like. Keegan wouldn't have won if he didn't play here before.
Everyone knows that.
Give me Adam Shank.
I'm down. Before we get into the rest of this 8K mid-range, let me talk to you about the SGPN Second Chance Survival. Play Survivor. Everyone plays Survival. 90% chance you're probably out by now. So if you're out, don't worry. We have you covered. Presented by Corey Pinkston and the Barking Dog Properties. $3,000 up for grabs. Winner take all. Starts this weekend, so sign up now. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. Also, the NFL Gambling Podcast, they are doing a review contest. Leave an Apple Podcast review with your favorite TD-related bet for this weekend. And the biggest winner gets a $50 SGPN gift card. Simple, leave a review, and they will give you a gift card. So, finally, Underdog Fantasy, Scorchers, go 5 for 5. You can win a spicy 100 times your payout. My boy Cameron Kerr hit a 93-1 parlay, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, pretty vibey. So Underdog Fantasy, code SGPN. All right. Some other guys in this range that I guess we can touch on. What did you see Keith Mitchell's last start at the Sanderson? That was comedically bad. Like,
yeah.
How? Like, truthfully, how?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember looking at the leaderboard. He was like +6 or 7
like
at
almost
one point.
DFL. I bet him 30 to 1.
No, that's not good. Yeah, no, he might. I don't think he's someone that, super high on long term. So yeah, I'm out on Keith Mitchell. I don't want any part. Do you think this is a good Svenny course? Is he good on shorter?
I was going to bring him up. I mean, he's finally tapping back into that narrative. For the middle of the season, he just wasn't good with his irons, and that's it. That's his DNA. And he's finally gaining consecutive strokes with his irons, playing good golf, putting all right. There's no reason Adam Svensson should not play well on this golf course. I don't believe he's ever played here before. Maybe I think he might have played here last year. I don't remember if he played here last year or not, but either way, it wasn't a good result. So, but either way, this golf course is pretty straightforward for Adam Svensson. Fairway, green. He's playing good golf. $8,200. I'm down.
Yeah, honestly, my winner this week, or one of my winners, this week is
you might
Aaron
hit multiple
Rai.
winners this week.
Yeah, no, for sure. I love Aaron Rai. I think this is just like a great Aaron Rai golf course. Like, I don't want to play him on some birdie fest. I want to play him on a ball strikers course where bad putters that are great. Ball strikers have won. He's in good form. He almost won Wentworth, which I'll fucking say that's a comp.
I was going to say similar style. I'm down.
Yeah, that's like half a comp. And he's a Ryder Cup snub. So that you have that going. He's 55-1. Like, this is a decent spot. He played last week, gained 6.4 tee to green, couldn't putt. We like that. Bad putters win here. Slower greens. Actually,
did you bet him yet?
Yeah, for sure. I bet Rai. He's on the card. Like, not even
on the sea.
Sound the alarms. Aaron Rai. Also, I want to clarify something. My take, and I stand by it, is that good putters are better on slower greens on the PGA Tour this week. That doesn't mean Aaron Rai can't win, but I just want to know that's my thesis.
No, you have went pretty deep into that, and like you said it multiple times. I haven't really argued it or even looked at it, but how is that take held up for you?
Well, I said it before the Open and Brian Harman won, so I'll take it. Scotty putted horribly.
You could have said anything about the Open. You had Brian Harman. That is just
I think you were more happy for me than I was, honestly.
Dude, our matchup. But you remember?
No, that was like the first thing you had to bring up was like the matchup. Like, Day came in second.
That was just that was. I always talk about how books are so sharp for matchups. Like, one time you'll bet a guy who's like 7 under through 13 in a round matchup, and he has to be up against that guy who's like 5 under through 11. Like, it can never be a blowout. And we did that one-off matchup, and in the Open, J-Day versus Harman, and it was 1-2.
Yeah, no, that was pretty funny, honestly. That honestly was, and I would have, I never in a million years would I have thought J-Day could finish second that week.
He literally lost strokes on approach. That was so lucky.
Yeah, it wouldn't have counted either way.
Wouldn't have counted. All right. Anyone else in this middle 8K range that you want to touch on? I think
Shank and Rai are the winners.
No, I agree. All right, let's go down a little bit to the next tier of golfer. Tom Hoagie's played here a bunch of times. He's going to be popular, maybe even coming off that miscut. I think he will. Mark Hubbard, just a trending name that people like to play. Shea Batts, 7,400 ball striker. Shea Batts, honestly, and then Joel Damon.
It's a Shea Batts course.
A Hundo P.
Because he's a great ball striker that can't putt.
Yeah, he really can't putt. And he's been, the last few weeks, he's been there the first round, having great starts, and then just kind of not falling off, but just kind of middling and not doing nothing the rest of the the rest of the week. But golf course like this, don't have to go 20 under. I'm down for Akshay. He's just a guy that I wish I was on at the CUDA. Guy I wish I was a part of. I want to be a part of his future wins. How can you not like him? $7,400, great price. Talk to me about Joel Damon.
So I feel like Joel Damon is just like Andrew Putnam of last year. Like it's just like the same exact scenario. No, I mean I don't think Joel Damon is like, I think a few weeks ago it was like this guy's in a featured group and he was like 8 over par. Like he was not good. But I think Joel Damon is a good ball striker. And he led the field in ball striking last week. He just absolutely hit the cover off the ball. Gained 5.4 on off the tee and 4.6 on approach. Lost 0.9 putting. Trending like 13 at the Sanderson. Was missed a bunch of cuts in a row, but I think he turned a corner. And I don't think it like at 100 to 1. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. Joel Damon,
short field,
like that is an easy.
I think I
bet.
bet him here last year, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I should honestly get the placements with it, but I love Joel Damon this week, and I know he'll be popular. I don't care. I really think Joel Damon will be like Andrew Putnam of last year, like going up against a more elite talent and like come up just short.
All right, let me talk to you about these two Japanese guys at 7,200, same price as Joel Damon. Ryo Hisansune stole us money from. No, he didn't steal us. He beat Jordan Smith at the French Open. He was a former number 1 am in the world, just a stud coming out of Japan. Got his maiden DP World Tour win a few weeks ago.
Loves the club twirl.
Loves the club twirl, but he hasn't played since, and that was like a decent time ago.
I've changed a lot since then.
Yeah, I've changed a lot since then too. So I don't know how he's going to come off that French Open win. Back to his home country. More people might be following him than they might be following Decky. Like, I'm not even joking. He is like, people like him in Japan.
No, they were all watching the French Open.
All watching it. How could you not watch Hisansune versus Jordan Smith like that?
I mean, no, honestly, vividly, like on 17, it's like, all right, like he's got like 190. Like if he just misses the green, we have a shot. And he was like, and I was like, oh, okay, it's over.
He made birdie there, right?
Yeah, he birdied it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. All right, and then Takumi Kanaya, Japanese tour guy. He ranks second in the, I guess, Japanese tour, like FedEx Cup, whatever you want to call it, like their rankings, and third in total driving on the Japanese tour. So he's a course fit, and he's playing good golf. $7,200. No one's really going to play him. They're going to go towards those names, especially Cam Champ right underneath them, who's going to be chalky this week.
What do you think about Cam? I don't know.
My thoughts? He's unserious golfer.
But like, can he win?
I mean, yeah, he could definitely win. Like, Cam Champ is bad at golf, but has guts. Like, it's just that. He's not good, but he has guts. And there's like Xander Schauffele, great at golf, but has no guts. You know what I'm saying, right? Tommy Fleetwood, great at golf.
I have no problem with Cam Champ. It makes sense. I also feel like last week was the week.
Dude, you know what
like you play Cam Champ after one good week. I don't know if the theory works after 2 good weeks.
Okay, but fair. But I don't know. I don't know who you're listening to, but some circles are being made about the greens semi-resembling Augusta. Very slopey, obviously much slower. And everyone knows you play Cam Champ at Augusta.
Yeah, except last year when he shot like 8 over par.
That because the story got out. That's
exactly we like fucking Cam Kerr was like Cam Champ this week. I was like, yeah, we're done. Like as soon as Cam Kerr was on Cam Champ, and I gotta say it was over.
Yeah, but if people are making that comp, everyone knows you play Cam Champ at Augusta. But we're joking. I am out on Cam Champ this week.
I don't know.
You might be. I'm out.
I don't know if he could win in this field. Like, yeah, he has 3 PGA Tour wins, but they're like truly like the worst fields. Like, can he win this field? This
field is like not good besides the top 5 guys. Like
it's good. I don't know. I know our friends at our favorite golf podcast love him this week.
Cam Champ? I don't know. I'm out. I'm out on Cam Champ. My friends might be on him, but all right, let's get into this, I guess, upper 6K range. some guys that are just real. Like, will they even? Davis Riley, KH Lee off of a great week last week
He's in the
in Japan.
6Ks?
KH Lee $6,900 finished
Yeah, he
seventh
missed like
last
8
week.
cuts in a row.
He finished seventh last week, and he finished 14th at the Fortinet. And he kind of just like pops when he
Seems like a
pops.
free square.
Seems like a free square. Who? And I don't want us to start naming names, but Kevin
I like
Yu, your
Matty
guy.
Nee.
Matty Nee, he played well here last year.
He's a good ball striker.
There was someone I liked at.
Did he miss the cut last week?
Matty Nee?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he? Did he play last week?
He made 2 out of 3 cuts this. I like Matty Nee
Neesmith.
as my favorite 6K play. Like
He
he's just
finished 42nd.
He's a ball striking bastard. I think he has tricks and irons. They have Decky also, so like that's huge. Chargers are at the 16. Need a tutty here. And Tosh. Like Tosh
okay.
at 62.
I like 6,100. Taiga Semikawa. He is in first place on the Japanese tour. Like FedEx Cup #1. He is Scotty Scheffler of the Japanese tour, and he's $6,100. Can't putt.
But he's a ball $6,100.
I mean, I don't know much about these Japanese tour golfers, but one of them will finish in the top 10 out of nowhere. We all know that will happen. That one of them will just be there. Will it be the guys, the Kanayas, the Hasansays that we know, or will it be a random guy? I'm probably just going to sprinkle a few of them if I'm playing my 150 lineups, which I usually do. Yeah. So anyone else you want to round out with?
No. Novak. BSB Novak. Novak and Matty Nee every single lineup.
Novak and Matty Nee. Okay. I'm going to finish this up with one more ad. Hall of Fame bets. Win bigger by betting smarter. NFL. Use code SGP at Hall of Fame bets for 50% off your first month. Betting tools, parlay tools, research tools will make you a better. Code SGP. Okay, before we log off.
What's going on in this game? 4th and 1, Chargers. Are they going for it?
I'm behind you. So. 4th and 1. Okay, we'll finish. We'll watch this last play, then we'll log off. This is a great podcast.
Are we gonna make a lineup?
Yeah, let's make a lineup. We have to make a lineup. I'm gonna pull up DraftKings. We're gonna make a lineup. Hold on, let me log in. Then I'll put my screen up. We have to bet this lineup. What the hell?
Oh, for sure.
I not bet this lineup. We have to end this lineup. I gotta put my DraftKings code in 274-990. Okay, we're in the DraftKings. Time to share my screen. All right, here we go.
Can someone let me know if the Chargers get this, please? They're kicking a field goal. Like what's going on?
They think they got a first down, to be honest.
No cap?
I could be so wrong. Okay.
I would be mad.
Let's start.
Shout out my boy Deeves. He had TK last week. He's been. Are you kidding? Is Cam joking? Cam, are you joking?
No, actually, they went to commercial, so probably like low-key.
What a joke! I hate gambling. Okay.
Lineup. Start us off. Yeah. We'll go with our consensus, guys. Cam D. Start with Cam D. All right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I say we're more balanced build, and then Dietz, Rye, Shank.
Dietz, I'm down because I like Dietz a lot. We both liked Rye a lot, and I like. Okay. Then we're left with 7, 8. So what happens if we throw him? No, we're not going to throw him.
No, we need Matty Nee in there.
Yeah.
Matty Nee is my conviction play of the week.
$8,900. Shit. $8,900.
Do we just ride
Svensson?
Okay.
No.
Down.
No, we don't.
I'm down.
Svensson.
Down.
Cam Davis, Tommy Dietz, Aaron Rye, Adam Shank, Matt Neesmith, Adams. This lineup has negative win equity.
2 wins between them.
2 wins in the 6 lineups. All right. Brian, thank you for joining me. Short show, but efficient, short field, short show. We'll see you guys later in the week with some potential other shows. Catch Brian at BetSperts. Peace out, Brian. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you soon.